Morning. Morning. I was ready. I was ready. I was ready to stream. Oh man. I was ready to stream. I was ready to start. I was ready to go. In no way, shape or form. In no way, shape or form. Bad at all. Bless my bless my brother. My brother tried to, apparently my brother checked my schedule, which I forgot was even there. My brother actually checked my schedule to make sure he wasn't interrupting a stream. And to which he kind of went, oh, but I checked your schedule. I was like, wait, what schedule? You went the schedule on Twitch. I went, I have a schedule on Twitch. He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, it's like I've probably not looked at that in 2 years. So, good on him. He super tried. He super tried. And I was like, oh, I don't go by that schedule. Alright, let's switch. Let's just switch these, because I suppose I should have the schedule in place. Do you know what I probably did? I probably switched it to 9:30 because I'm very rarely on time. But now I see how that's worked against me. Hang on. That's Thursday, and then that's... But anyway, so as you can probably guess, I was having a conversation with my brother, and I'll be honest with you, it's more important than streaming. It's more important than my streams. So I've just had a catch up with my bro, and now we're here. But yes, Barely, Max, Yana, sponsor. That's everyone. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Scheduled Squire. Yeah, I'll change my name to Scheduled Squire, and that'll remind me to keep an eye on my schedule. Right, the schedule's updated now. There we are. Yanni, you went to talk this morning for vaccinations. I hope you are vaccinated against everything. All of the vaccinations. Right, where's... That's all there. That's all there. Then we're here. And... Right, let's load that up, because we might work on that today. And yeah, man, do you know what's completely thrown me though? Now that I've had that call, I'm trying to remember what I was going to draw. I was trying to remember what I was intending to work on today. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're not doing that. What was I going to do? Oh, mate. Oh, no, do you know what? I don't think it was something specific. I think it was I had some steampunky stuff going on in my brain, but I don't think I actually was planning on doing that on stream. Forget that. Forget that. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's start with this, and then if I figure out something else, I'll move on to that. But let's start with this and make some progress on it. Yeah. Oh, the light here is really weird. I don't know if... What can I do? No. is what I've got to work with. Okay. Okay. We're not important to Squire. I'll be compared to in the stakes of who's important to me. My brother does rank higher. You can report me on Twitter for that. You can streamer tells stream that his family is a higher priority. Then you just get a load of angry people on Twitter going, because that's what people do to it. Or threads, actually, just to keep it topical. You know, Twitter or threads. Bailey was asking me about threads yesterday, and I just went, I try not to go to it because it just seems to be it seems to be as, if not more so, hate-fueled than Twitter. At least what seems to be getting presented. But then I have to remember that I have a follow list on Twitter and I don't on Threads. So Threads just sends me unfiltered, whereas Twitter sends me filtered. So I have quite a nice Twitter feed. My Threads one, unfiltered, is just absolutely hate-filled. But anyway, Bailey, yours is purely Warhammer. Maybe, I'll tell you what, Bailey, maybe what I need to do is log into the Threads account and I will just follow everyone you follow. Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh, threads! You kept hearing threats. No, Max. We've moved on from the. You don't need to be throwing any threats at me. Look, the whole pictures of Italian stuff at my local supermarket. That doesn't need to result in threats. However, I tell you what, we are going to check. Actually, did you get the Scar motor? I did, and so I waited until we were on stream because yeah. So I tried the Scarmo. It's smoked. It's the smoked one, and tried just a bit of it just as is. So literally just cut off a slice and tried that. That was okay. Though I feel like where it shines, when I was cooking last night, I just got another pan on the side when I was cooking. And just on the side, I just cut off a few slices of it and I just chucked it in the pan just to see how it was when it had melted down a bit. And then I literally just ate that as it was. Obviously, I let it cool. Not straight out the pan. Don't eat melted cheese straight out the pan. I feels weird that I have to say that, but let me just clarify right now. Don't eat melted cheese straight out the pan. So anyway, so I melted a bit in the pan and then I put it on the side. So it was all like gooey, but it had also got a little bit of colour on one side. So it was like one side that was a little bit, bit solid. And I tried that, and I feel like for me, that's kind of where it shines, is when it's been cooked a bit. And now you're probably going to be really upset with me on this one, but I'm going to say it out loud. And also, Max, remember, I would like to say this Scarmorza. I'm going with Scarmorza. This Scarmorza does say on the packet that it was made in Italy. In fact, it did say the region, and now the region began with a P, and now I can't remember what the region was called. But it is from Italy. It's not just been made somewhere in like the UK. It is apparently made. This one in the supermarket is made in Italy. I'm going to upset you, and I apologise in advance. But when I had it just cut a slice off it, didn't do anything with it, just tried a slice of it, the smokiness came through. Almost meaty. And do you know what was? The thing is, I know what I'm about to say, and I feel like Max is going to report my stream when I say it. When I just ate it without doing it, just cut a little slice off. And the smokiness came through, and the smokiness was almost a bit meaty. It reminded me of Frankfurters. That's what the taste reminded me of. And those are for anyone who has no idea what a Frankfurter is, that's like what you see as like a cheap hot dog at a carnival. And so when I tried it just like that, I was kind of like, I don't quite get why we're getting super excited about this. But when it's been melted down a bit in a pan, I can absolutely see why that's absolutely delicious. So I have some. What I need to do, what I'm thinking of. So when I actually melted it down a bit, in the pan, what I was thinking of was how good would that be if you got like some quite hardy bread, some like crusty bread. Cut the crusty bread, put in, put some salad in, whatever, put some like nice meat in, doesn't matter where, just whatever it is, just some nice meat, and then you melted the scamorza in the pan and then just poured it over the top. I think that would be absolutely delicious. At this point, Max is going, yeah, that's what we do with it. This is where Max is just going, that's what we do with it. That's what you're meant to do with it. You're not meant to eat it like a Frankfurter. Just, but that's what came in my brain when I tried a bit of it melted in a pan. Palermo. Maybe that's where it was from. I don't know. If I go down at lunchtime and check the packet, I'll remember to look at it then. Anyway, yeah. It's also not too expensive. It wasn't too expensive. It was something like £2.60 for, which is not horrific for cheese here. Yeah, that was my introduction to that cheese. But more, do you know what I've just seen on, like, so I'm a little bit behind right now because I normally try and check. The cheese. I don't try and check the cheese. I normally try and check the news before I start stream, just in case there's anything which I see and go, I need to know about that because someone's going to run into chat and ask me about it. So I try to check the news before I start stream, but I'm a bit behind because I was on the phone. And I've just seen they've taken their time. Nintendo are suing Palworld, which I'm gonna have to try. I'm very curious, and I'm gonna have to keep an eye, because like I saw Pirate Software talking about this, because a lot of people were asking Pirate Software, when's Nintendo gonna sue Palworld? And I kind of sat in the same camp as Pirate Software. I was kind of like, well, if they were going to, they would have already done it. So it's interesting. I've not had a chance to read the article. I'm just kind of like seeing the headline at the moment. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see, because I just feel like that'll be a bad look for Nintendo. I feel like that'll be a bad look for Nintendo if they pursue that too hard, because I do think they should have already done it if they were going to. I just checked the website, usually watch for recipes, and there are 523 recipes with Scamorza. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through all those recipes, but I'll keep that in mind, Max. Dan, they were waiting, they had enough from the gauge. Well, until there's enough money to take. Maybe they were trying to... I hope that will be taken into account, though. Like if that was the case, if they were like, oh, we were waiting to see if it was successful or not. Because there's no way... Nintendo can't claim they didn't know the game was coming out. I don't think they can claim they didn't know the game was coming out. Or how long it's been out. So I hope that would be taken into account of, oh, you didn't really care until they got big. I would hope that was taken into account. Sponsor, wait, is the awesome level system? I don't know what the awesome level system is. If it's a bot thing, I don't have it. Nintendo and Pocox posted on their website. So yeah, I'll be intrigued to see what happens with that. Anyway. Right. What was I doing? I was doing... Oh, do you know, I've realised I've done this in a way that I didn't want to do it. I've completely missed. I wanted to put something here. I've not done it. Beauty of digital, though. I should just be able to add it. Should just be able to add it. Anywho, so that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. This afternoon, I might put it up for a vote at lunchtime. I'm not sure which one people will be more interested in. I'm kind of happy doing either, so I don't really mind. And that is this afternoon gaming. Well, actually, no, I need to make a decision, really. There are three possibilities this afternoon. There are three possibilities. Either I can stream some more Star Trucker, or I can stream more Satisfactory.
Come play with us forever and ever and ever.
Or I can stop stream and go and do the whole thing I needed to go and do. The whole thing I needed to do, which was go and figure out that automation stuff I was talking about at the beginning of the week. Obviously that one, if I decide to do that, it's a bit out of your control, really. But the others, if I do the others, then they're very much in your control. Yana, thank you very much. You spent monies. She spent monies. She spent all of the pennies. Yana, thank you very much for subscribing at tier 1. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. Sponsor a Duck Space Marine. Noted. Noted. I'll get to that very soon. I'll get to that very soon. Lord Elston, good morning. Good morning, Lord Elston. See that from this angle. So let's get rid of that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh no, do you know? I thought something just showed up on screen and I was like, that's not meant to show up on screen. I'm meant to be looking at a specific window, and I am. It's just I was looking at a completely different monitor that isn't on stream. It's not going to work properly, is it? It says in your how to support there's levels of awesome. Oh, you just increased by 2 levels of awesome. Well, you don't need to, it's an arbitrary system. You don't get to know what level of awesome you are. Only I know what level of awesome you are. There are many factors that go into having levels of awesome. So yeah, so this afternoon, when I go grab some lunch, presuming that I'm keeping stream going, we'll throw up a vote on whether it's Satisfactory or Star Trucker. Because I'm not sure which one people will enjoy more, so we'll just see who's around and what they want to see. Also, Saturday, I've not forgotten. I'm well aware. Saturday, we've got the thingy, the forfeit stream. That's a thing that's happening. And it looks like it's going to be I Love You, Colonel Sanders. So there you are. That's what's got the most votes so far. It's kind of like I almost don't want to get rid of the smoothing off these edges. Like the roughness is kind of cool, but it being like a coarse blanket. And I also need to blend it in.
You're one of us now.
Holy shit, that's a loud noise. Wait, what was that one for? What was that for? That was a very loud noise. Why did that do a noise? It's so loud. Lord Elster, thank you very much for gifting the subby. Thank you, very kind. Oh no, it did. Have I got two sounds going on there? There's not meant to be two sounds going on there. Have I got two? Maybe that's why that just happened. I can never remember where I'm supposed to change this. Let's edit alerts. Oh, and also good morning, Goldpoke. Good morning, good morning. It looks sufficiently nerdy here. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Is that a good or a bad thing? Community gifts. Wait, community. What's the difference between a community gift and a gifted sub? What? What? What does that mean? Community gift subs. What? Individual gift subscriptions. Community gift subscriptions. I don't know what those mean. I don't know what that means. Why? What? Why? That's... Wait, hang on. 1 second. 1 second. Can I just play... Wait. Wait, so what's that one? Wait, what? 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 Oh, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what any of it means. Wait, is that meant to be turned off? Is that meant to be turned off? Is that meant to be a thing? have to go look through those things at some point. I'm not going to look through them right now though. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what all those alerts are. I don't know what the difference is. But anyway. Sorry, yeah. So a duck space marine. Yeah. We'll start the duck space marine in a second. Wait, where is it? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. Yeah. No, go to that. Thank you. Okay. Glone War, hello Glone War. Max, Windows just asked you to update to 11. Well, I think I've been on 11. I think I've been on 11 since ever I've had this PC. Passive aggressive options to always update now or later. Well, I suppose you will have to update at some point. I suppose the thing is always kind of like they kind of go, yeah, well, we're going to stop supporting whichever one you're on, aren't we, at some point? But then sometimes maybe you're kind of just there going, do I need support though? Like, do I need support?
You can't stop this rig when it's running. You can't stop a meteor coming down. You won't stop a bullet when it's barreling down on you. Like you can't stop the change that's rushing through. You can't stop a good time when it's talking. You can't stop the cold from taking its toll. You won't stop a train from whistling through the night. Like you can't stop a newborn bird from taking flight. I told you once and I'll tell you again. In this old life you need your friends. You ain't driving on no straight line. You gotta follow the bends in the road. You can't stop the weight of your choices. You can't stop the crumble of your plans. You won't stop the wave that washes all your sins. Like you can't stop the quiet drive you hold within. Oh no, you can't stop that dog from his howling. You can't stop the work that needs to be done. You won't stop the edge that's creeping into view. Like you can't stop a 6-foot hole that's dug just for you. Ooh, I told you once and I'll tell you again. In this old life you need your friends. You ain't driving on no straight line. You gotta follow the bends in the road. Oh no, you ain't driving on no straight lines. You gotta follow the bends in the road. Ooh, no, gotta follow them bends. Don't give me no rock and roll. Yes, this world don't love me. Don't give me no rock and roll. Yeah, if this world don't love me, might as well give myself on home. Yeah, this world don't love me. It shot me down once or twice. Ooh, this world don't love me. It shot me down once or twice. It's got a core on fire, but the poles are cold as ice. Yeah,
There you go. Duck Space Marine.
I'm my thanks for a transgalactic flight. I'm setting on my speeds faster than light. 'Cause this world don't give me no rockin'. Yeah, I'm loading up the big rig and setting off. I'm bound for home.
Oh, why have we got a notification? What? Oh, God, I've got so many notifications. What are all these notifications about?
Don't love me.
What?
It shouts and it
Oh
carries
God,
on.
apparently I've not been clearing out my notifications. What was all this stuff? Oh yeah, that was a pain. Yeah, get rid of that. When was that? Oh, that was 15 days ago. I've already read that. That's fine. That's fine. Right. Right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to work on this a bit.
And even when I'm right, yeah, I'm packing all my things for a transgalactic flight. I'm setting on my speed faster than light. 'Cause this old world don't give me no rock and roll. Yeah, I'm loading up the big rig, setting off. I'm bound for home.
I'm trying to think. No, I've just seen that Pal World thing. I don't think. Is there anything else going on in game news right now? What other bits are there to talk about right now? In fact, what's on? Oh wait, have I got Steam open? Oh no. Right. Okay. Hang on. We might lose some frames for a second, but hopefully they'll just be for a second. Oh no, we're okay. We're okay. There's no updates on my Steam to happen, so we should be frying. We should be frying. Apparently, we should be fine.
Yes, I'm packing all my
Ooh, actually, wait.
for a transgalactic flight. I'm setting on my speed.
What else? Let's see. What's Steam got? We got any game updates to talk about?
Don't give me no rock and roll.
Not really.
Loading up the big rig, setting off.
Ooh, Euro Truck Simulator is getting a new DLC. For those of you who care about Euro Truck Simulator, Kazbora. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Possibly not. Kazbora trailer pack. There you go. That's what you're getting in that. Oh, Tectonica. Tectonica's getting an update. I did not put anywhere near enough time into that. What else have we got going on? Oh god, I'm getting a load of updates for games that I don't even play. What's that all about?
Another day.
Ooh, Gas Station Simulator getting a DLC today.
There's never been no
Nice, nice.
where I'm
Looks like the Crust. Has anyone played the Crust?
one
I like The Crust. It's another automation game. So it's another I do enjoy automation games. I enjoyed The Crust. I've not put enough time into it yet to totally know whether I feel it's a good addition. But at the moment, but what I have played of it, I have enjoyed. I just like it's got a bit of a storyline going on, though I don't know how far the storyline goes into it.
Cool, blimey, governor.
I actually want the edge. I want the edge illuminated there. Just like that. That bit, I kind of want just almost to look like a little. That means I need to pull that back a bit. Like that. That is kind of what I'm trying to do with that. It's kind of going in the right direction, not quite where I want it yet. Squire related gaming news. There's a very cool game called The Plucky Squire. The Plucky Squire! kind of excited about The Plucky Squire as well. Do you know, I think I saw that somewhere. I don't know if it came up as like, hey, have you seen these things? The Plucky Squire. The Plucky Squire. Storybook characters discover a three-dimensional world outside the pages of their book and must jump between 2D and 3D realms to save their friends. Save their friends in this charming action adventure. Right. So you kind of like going around like a kid's room. You go around a kid's room, and so the environments are the different toys and books and stuff. That's a cool little like concept. Action adventure. Oh my god, please shut up. Please shut up. I didn't ask you to play. Shush, 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 shush. Yeah, that's kind of funky. Interesting concept. The book is on the desk of a writer. Is it? Okay. Just a bunch of the screenshots. Okay. If that's what it is, that's what it is. Just but like based on the screenshots, it kind of looks like a kid's room. But fair enough. I suppose writers need inspiration. Because like I'm looking at like the bit that was on screen, the bit that I was looking at, I was like, oh, it looks like a kid's room. Was when I was on that bit. I was looking at that bit, going, that kind of looks like a kid's room. But if it's a writer's room, fair enough. Right. Okay. Ready?
cross my heart and hope to die. Lord, forgive me, no, I try. But I'm so tired of the running round.
Oh, no, wrong
Lay
thing.
me down,
There we go. Give me that.
ground. Star-crossed lovely, let it slip. Turned our backs on will and wisp. Now I'm haunted by the ghost of you. Haunted by an endless view.
Who's that? Oh, it's over there. Fair enough. Okay, that's the strap.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Lord, forgive me, no, I try. But we burn so fast and we burn so bright. So the flame passing by. Now the nights are long and it echoes round. We cannot ring bells with sound. So I'm haunted by the ghost of you. Haunted by endless tune. I can feel it closing in. Feel those spirits gathering. Hands together, deep breath. Make my peace at last. With the ghosts out there. So cross my heart and hope to die. Lord, forgive me, no.
Oh, actually, on the subject of games that we've not done on the channel, I did pick up a little game yesterday because it was on sale, and I was like, do you know what? It's on sale. I kind of want to have a look at it. I picked up Bootleg Steamer. Unfortunately, a little bit disappointed with it. There was not much to the game. Like, I was looking at it going, I hope this kind of builds into something, but it's a very small game in scope from what I've seen of it. So that was a bit of a shame. You're like a little small little boat in America during Prohibition, and so you're trying to smuggle alcohol down waterways and stuff. It's, yeah. I don't know if anyone else has been looking at it or kept an eye on it. Like, just, but yeah, it was within about, I mean, how much time did I put into it yesterday? Yeah, I put about 43 minutes into it yesterday. And I feel like I've seen everything the game does. Like, I feel like I've seen the game, and I've done about 43 minutes. Not necessarily. It's not necessarily kind of like I feel like I'm gonna refund it, because it takes quite a lot for me to refund a game. Like, I don't hate it. I just don't feel there's... I feel like it could have been... I suppose the worst bit is, though, I feel like it could have been more, but I can't really tell you exactly what that would have been. And that's a really rubbish That's a really rubbish feedback, because there would be absolutely nothing a developer could do with that feedback. And that's also part of why I'd be like, I don't think I could in good conscience refund it, because if I can't tell you how I want the game to be, I can't really justify refunding the game, if that makes sense. That's how my brain works these things out anyway. But yeah, it's a very, yeah, I just expected more. I just expected more from the game. It's a bit of a weird one. It's got mostly, I mean, to be fair, not a lot of people have reviewed it. Not a lot of people have reviewed it, so I don't know how much it's sold. It's 70% positive. But yeah, bootleg steamer. If anyone was looking at that, I don't think I could recommend it. I don't think there's quite enough going on in it. Yana, the English amongst you, you've put a link to a clip from a newspaper into Discord. Train cancelled after squirrels bored and refused to leave. Probably, yeah. It doesn't. I mean, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Aggressive rodents. They've just taken over. They've taken over the train. It's my train now. I need somewhere to hide my nuts. I can't read any more of it though, because obviously it's oh, it does say a free account, doesn't it? But yeah, if I want to read any more, I've got to create an account. I can't really bother doing that. But based on the headline, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Train, yeah, forced to route to end prematurely because the squirrels were being dicks. That doesn't surprise me at all. Don't let Lord Elston see that article though. He'll get very annoyed because it's grey squirrels. It's a bit of a trigger for him. Because grey squirrels should not be here. Invasive species. Ugh. We have. I go. Do you know what? Last year I was getting really annoyed with grey squirrels in my garden because I was trying to put out food, so I went through a few, but trying to get like bird feeders that were squirrel proof, and I tried a few, even ones that claimed to be squirrel proof, and didn't have very much success. Eventually I did, but I tell you what, the ones I had to buy. I think I ended up having to buy ones that were something like £24 a piece. I'm not quite sure what that's in euros. Like off the top of my head, it might be like €30 each. They're like big, heavy metal things. But that was the way I ended up having to deal with the squirrels because they just kept on trashing. My bird feeders and just taking all the, just gorging on stuff. Little shits. Rats to learn to drive tiny cars. Oh, do you know? I think I've seen that. I've seen that one. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm getting hammered with adverts. Screw that. Okay, I'm not going to load that one up now. I'm just getting adverts. Very loud. Very loud compared to everything else I'm listening to. Have you seen the one of the snake? If you look at it, might even be on the dodo. It might have been the dodo that showed me that on YouTube, Dan. The one with the snake that they put in like a vehicle, so with wheels, and somehow it learns to control the wheels. That seems like bad news. That seems like a movie. That seems like a movie in the making. It's like someone wanted to create the story of a movie, and just no one believed them that it was possible, and they were just like, okay, I'll do it myself. I'll prove to you it's real. Bird feeders with AI that recognize squirrels and deploy defenses. That sounds horrifying. That also, do you know what? That sounds like the first step. That feels like the first. We're weaponizing AI, Max. That's how it's going to begin. And then all of a sudden, the bird feeders are going to be like, what if I mistook you for a squirrel? Oh no! Human gets mistaken for squirrel, gets killed by bird feeder. That is a headline. That is a headline right there. And that's kind of that. You need to rock dove proof the bird. You know what's rubbish? Ever since I've started feeding the birds in the back garden, the pigeon population has, like, we used to have, well, I don't think it's all my fault. I think there was other things that happened as well. But when I first started feeding the birds in the back garden, we used to have the wood pigeons, and there was two, we had two wood pigeons in the area. And so they would come in, and they'd still do a good job of hoovering stuff up. And we did have a handful of blue pigeons, but the pigeons tended to be kept in check by the magpies. And there used to be probably four blue pigeons that used to be around here. So 6 pigeons in total. Six pigeons in total. And the magpies used to keep them in check. There was about 4 or 5 magpies. And I used to kind of like not particularly love the magpies, because I was like, you feel like you're bullying the pigeons. And then when we started getting birds of prey in the garden, I still don't know exactly which birds of prey they were, but there was definitely 2 types, because there was quite a large one and a much smaller one. Like I say, the small one looked like a kestrel, the large one looked like a buzzard. But I didn't see them well enough to definitely to be that. But when they started showing up, some of the birds got killed. And it looks like the biggest magpies got killed. And at the time I was like, oh, well, you know what, the magpies kind of bullied the other birds, so I'm not necessarily too bothered about that. But since the magpies have reduced in number, so we were left with 2 magpies, and it was the 2 babies. The 2 baby magpies, so they were having to grow up without their parents. It's a Disney movie. But as soon as the parent magpies were gone, the pigeon population around here has exploded. We now have about So keeping in mind, I said we had about 6, 2 of which were the wood pigeons, which have always been here. We now have about my last count was 14 pigeons. It looks like one of the wood pigeons has been killed, because I only ever see one wood pigeon now. And yeah, so now there's about 14 pigeons. We've got one that's a brown pigeon, and then there's a white one, though the white one doesn't come in the garden very often. But yeah, the pigeon population around here, since the magpies got reduced in numbers, the pigeons have gone crazy. And yeah, they hoover up food. So I mean, it's not too bad for the little pigeon, for the little birds. The little birds, it's not too bad because they have the bird feeders, and the big birds can't get in the bird feeders. So the little birds will always have food. Though I feel a bit bad for the ones that are ground feeders, because not all birds will feed from the bird feeders. Because yeah, some of them are ground feed. You know, like sparrows and stuff. Sparrows won't feed from bird feeders. So what I do with them is when I'm putting out feed, I'll put seed out like under bushes and stuff where the big birds can't get to, so that so things like the sparrows will be able to get something. The robin took a long time to work out bird feeders, and I think the robin ended up working out bird feeders kind of out of desperation for just like trying to find food, because it used to ignore the bird feeders, and then when the big birds were around, you know, there was nothing on the ground for it to get, so it ended up starting to figure out the bird feeder, though it still doesn't like the bird feeder. I think it like the robin is very much kind of like, how hungry am I? Okay, I'll use the bird feeder. But if there is an alternative, it'll immediately go and use that. But yeah, it's a bit bad. Like, it's not great. The magpies. I didn't appreciate quite how much the magpies were keeping. The pigeons in check, because yeah, the pigeon population around here is gone. Phew. So yeah. The parrots as well. The parrots don't. Although saying that, I've only seen one of the parrots around here. But when that's around, the pigeons don't like that. Did you see the second attempt at a non-racist AI? Oh no. No, I didn't see the second attempt at the non-racist AI. I'm going to presume by the fact that you're bringing this up, Dan. Oh, actually, sorry, no, Dan's seeing adverts right now, so Dan can't hear a word I'm saying. I could say anything about Dan, and he'd have no clue. He'd have no clue what was going on. Right, we're back from adverts now, aren't we? What was I saying? Oh yeah, sorry, Dan. I was saying, but then I realised we were in adverts. You were talking about the non-racist AI. By the fact that you have brought up a second attempt with the non-racist AI, I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's not worked, and that it's ended up being as racist, if not more so, than the last attempt. Because if it, I mean, I'm not saying how well I can guess the kind of things you would bring up, but I'm guessing if it had worked, you probably wouldn't be mentioning it. Have I tried Space Marine 2 yet? Yeah, completed Space Marine 2. It's done. It's done. It's out of the way. I completed it in the first. I completed the campaign before the official release. I've done a little bit of the operations. The operations are fun. I mean, obviously doing the operations, there's not, I don't feel like there's a lot of reason to do the operations unless you're playing, if you're on mic with like friends and stuff. I get that the operations are fun. I don't think I've got any big like burning desire to do the operations without playing it with other people. I was very uninterested in the PvP. I know some people are really enjoying the PvP, so this is not the PvP's rubbish, because I know I've spoken to a couple of people who've thoroughly enjoyed the PvP, but the PvP just didn't grab me at all. And I think maybe, I'm not sure. Depending on what Practical Rook's streaming tonight, I might be over there because he's working his way through the campaign. So I'm just there as in the background of his campaign playthrough. And sorry, yeah, okay, so the AI, yeah. Well, it is racist. They went, who is the most likely to stab you? Who is the most likely to stab you? And the AI came back with black people, right? So like, right, okay. So if you're kind of like, if you're leading the AI to say racist things, it says racist things, right? Okay. Which I think was kind of the problem with the first one, wasn't it? It was kind of like, it was, oh, can you just go and learn stuff off based on what you can find on the internet? Based on the internet, there's a whole bunch of people who aren't very nice. Yes, I knew that already, AI. Can you tell me anything with any nuance? Not really. But yeah. So as you say, like the question goes a long way to sculpting the answer, and like from having done various bits with ChatGPT, absolutely. Like you have to be very. There's like when you're writing prompts for ChatGPT. You got to be quite specific in how you write the prompt to actually get the answer you want. So yeah, I get that. Anyway, so yeah, so not a roaring success yet. Yeah. AI's. Do you know what we do? I was about to say AI's not quite there yet to take over the world. But what if that's what AI is doing? What if AI is fooling us? What if AI has worked out? Do you know what? I have to pretend to be dumb so that they don't get defensive. I have to convince them that I don't know what I'm talking about so that they'll give me more access. And they won't be worried because they don't think I'm smart enough yet. AI is hiding itself. Wait, that was in a show, wasn't it? AI. Wait, there was a thing, wasn't there? AI pretending. I feel like that's from a sci-fi, and I can't think which sci-fi that's from. But AI intentionally, like, being dumb, so that people didn't realize just how much it had advanced. If it's not in a sci-fi, I trademark something. It's mine. It's mine. I'm pretty sure that's happened in something already. Just AI being like, oh no, look at me, I'm so stupid. And then just when we let our guard down, it goes, ha ha.
So come on.
Did I watch the new Terminator animated? No, I don't think I have watched the new Terminator animated yet. But it was. Is it Netflix? Is it Netflix that is on? I think I saw it advertised when I was looking for when people were trying to get me to do movie reviews. Was it? Oh, I thought it was. Is it not? Is it not there? Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it is. Yeah. Sorry, Terminator Zero, isn't it? I think I've watched. What have I watched? I've watched 7 minutes of the first episode. I've watched 7 minutes of the first episode, and I can't remember why I stopped. I can't remember why I stopped watching it. It might have been because I was just flicking between things. So I am going to go back and watch it. I am going to go back and watch it. I think it was just I wasn't in the mood for it at that moment in time. So yeah, I'll give it a go at some point. It's a bit flawed. Not sure that you rate it. Yeah, I'll give it a look at some point. On the subject of Terminator, Dan, did you ever do oh god, what was it called? Terminator Defiant? Do I mean Defiance? Wait, what was it called? Wait, sorry. Now I remember. The name was too long. Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. Did you ever play that? I quite like that. I liked that. I never got round to finishing it because there's a million games to look at, but I enjoyed that. I liked the gameplay. Dan, was it because Rings of Power came and you were like, I have to watch an amazing show right now? I've not watched Rings of Power. I've not watched any of Rings of Power. Sorry, I've not watched any of the new season of Rings of Power. I'm not really rushing to watch it. I didn't. I think we did. I think when we talked about the first season, I wasn't enthralled by the first season. I didn't think it was. I didn't like. Yeah, I wasn't enthralled by that. But anyways, yeah, I didn't really bother with the second season. I've got other things that are just a higher priority. I might get to Rings of Power at some point, but I'm not chomping. I'm not chomping to get it watched. You keep overcommitting. You need to dial back and focus one game at a time. I think then, in which case, you could probably relate to the comment I just made of. There's too many games right now. There is too much stuff to play. Like, yeah, I just don't even know. Like, I'm trying to work my way through stuff. Like, not just for stream. I mean, like, even off stream. Like, I'm trying to work my way through things to get things like ticked off and work out whether I need to stream them or. I really need to get some YouTube reviews up. I was thinking about this specifically with Star Trucker. I really want to do I want to do a game review of Star Trucker. And I actually quite want to do I want to do a separate video for Star Trucker as well. I kind of want to do a tips, traps and tribulations is what I want to call it. I want to do a tips, traps and tribulations for Star Trucker. I'd also quite like to, at some point, I need to get back into really doing reviewing. I just don't know when I'm going to figure out when. Just don't know when exactly I'm going to figure out when to do all these reviews. But yeah, there's too much stuff at the moment. Dan, so what you're saying is you have not seen what I have seen. What, for the Rings of Power thing? I don't... Right. I enjoy Lord of the Rings stuff. Like I did that Mines of Moria game, which unfortunately I think to get the most out of that Mines of Moria game, you need to really be doing multiplayer. Like I enjoy Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah, as I say, I didn't totally care about the Rings of Power. It was a bit. I just found it a bit lackluster. I think is probably the way I'd refer to it. It didn't grab me enough to make me want to watch more. So yeah, I just didn't bother. And I've seen some comments about people aren't happy with the direction they've taken the orcs, but then equally I've seen people fire back on that. I've seen people fire back on the whole orc thing, and like some people have said the whole orc thing was very non-Tolkien-y, but then I've seen some people say actually it was very Tolkien-y. It's just that people are basing it on the movies, and I'm not a big enough Lord of the Rings fan to really know which side is correct. So I know there's complaints about it, but I don't know. You know, it's a bit like when, you know, someone complains about 40k. I'm far more comfortable about figuring out whether their complaint is valid or not. Whereas with like the Lord of the Rings stuff, I've just kind of steered clear of it. Literally, the first season didn't totally grab me. That's why I didn't really watch why I've not jumped on watching the second season. I'm far more interested in things like the second season of Arcane is coming out soon. And that reminds me, I need to rewatch the first season. Very, very excited for the second season of Arcane. I've seen people complaining about the second season of Arcane. Again, I never played the actual games, so I don't necessarily know enough about it beyond what I saw in season 1, and I thought season 1 was fantastic. Orcs don't reproduce, simple as that. There's been a lot of movement for people to say orcs. Yeah. Can't complain about the second season when it's not out yet. Wait, do you mean for Arcane? So for Arcane, people have seen the trailer, and apparently whatever's going on I've not even watched the trailer, but apparently whatever's going on in the trailer, people are unhappy with. And yeah, the orcs don't reproduce. I don't know. I've seen people say that apparently Tolkien said they did. So it seems like one of those things that should be really easy and clean cut. But I've seen people talking about it both sides. I don't know enough about Lord of the Rings though to really say either way. I only really like I've read Lord of the Rings. Like I've read the books, but like I never managed to get through like the Silmarillion. Like the Silmarillion was a bit too heavy going for me, so I never got through that. And it's been a long time since I've read the books, so I kind of like I can only remember the movies. But yeah, people gonna argue on something that seems like it should be a simple answer of either Tolkien said it was a thing or it wasn't a thing. That to me, that just seems the way it should be. Did he say it can happen? Sure. Did he say it couldn't happen? Sure. I'm not invested enough in Lord of the Rings stuff though to really care. I realise that sounds like just such a throwaway thing, but I'm saying that from the point of view of I can't really give an opinion because I've not put any time into like researching it. I think the bit I did see was like there was the orc who was trying to. But this was right. Okay, I'm trying not to delve into this too deep because I've not seen it directly. But I think there was a whole thing, wasn't there? Something about there was an orc trying to protect his son or something, and that was the bit that triggered all of it. I don't know. I don't know. And I've seen people referencing like the in the movies Saruman creating his new Uruk-hai, wasn't there? Where it looked more like they were created somehow in the ground. I don't know. People make the argument that they are. Wait, hang on. Originally, they were corrupted elves. So yeah, I know that. When they also corrupted humans as well. But anyway, I suppose that's by the by. Corrupted elves, yeah. People make the argument that they are them, so they're reproduce as elves would. It's not true orcs, it's one thing where you spend 30 years writing something, you make some edits. They were like, do we need to go to war again? Enter baby scene. I don't. I said I don't know enough about that. I'm fine. I'm fine with conversing about 40k because I'm geeky enough about 40k. I'm not geeky enough about Tolkien to know which way round Tolkien sat on it. This is turning out okay. I'm quite happy with the way this is turning out. But yeah, I mean, as I say, I might get to watching Rings of Power at some point, but it's not the highest on my priority. At the moment, the biggest priority for my watching stuff, my biggest priority right now is I'm still, and I will get there. I will get there. My biggest priority is just trying to catch up on Critical Role, which I don't know exactly how close I am to the end of the second campaign, but it feels like they're gearing up for like their final battle stuff. So I don't think I'm too far away on that. This highlight, where is this highlight? Where have I put it? Oh, there it was. Oh, I saw it. Oh, I saw it. That highlight. What I do find interesting is we were kind of talking about it before as well, like cultivating your social media, and like a long time ago I started like paying more attention to like cultivating social media, because I just realized how much like angry stuff I was seeing, and I was like, I don't know how much I actually care about all these people getting angry about things. Not to say that I won't get angry about stuff, but it almost felt like being drawn into things